Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Queen's Room, and this is Queen's Room Podcast. You understand? Y'all see the title. Today, you understand? We're talking about that friend zone, that mysterious, mythical place that some people treat like purgatory, and rosters, or your dating lineup, whatever you want to call it. And to discuss said subject matter, hmm, we got the best friend over here. Right? Glow, aka Gloetry, you know what I'm saying? We got the Tongan princess down here at the bottom, right there. Boom. Right there. Little Manu. Before I begin, shout out to Hoop Mob. You understand me? Because these areas is fire. I put the link down there to below because, we're going to buy black. Anyway, the friend zone. It's a scary place for some of you, isn't it? You scared of it? You don't like it there. Oh my God, you're in the friend zone. First of all, friend zone. The friend zone. We're going to discuss first everybody's definition of the friend zone. So I go first. I usually make one. I'm going to go first. For me, my definition of the friend zone is a place where people who are interested in me, that I'm not interested in them, and I tell them, hey, I don't like you like that, but we can be friends though. I mean just that. We can be friends though. That's it. It is very rare that I take you out of the friend zone and add you to the starting lineup. For me, that is extremely rare. You probably win the Mega Millions first. Now, we can be friends and have a mutual interest and attraction to one another, but you not be in the friend zone. If you don't ever hear me say, to you, I just want to be friends, you ain't in the friend zone. Okay? Because if you say something to me and my response to you being interested is, I just want to be friends, that means I just want to be friends with you. Don't worry about what I'm doing with other people who are not in the friend zone. That's where you live. That's where you live. Glow, let's go with your definition of the friend zone.
I would say similar that they happen to be people who are interested in me, but I don't return the same sentiments. They're good people though. I have no qualms against them, no problems, but I don't see immediate or even distant future with them. So, but again, being friends is always cool. I don't agree with. Well, I wouldn't say. I don't always tell people you're in a friend zone. You figure it out at some point. I mean, sometimes you don't say it, right? You don't, because the question never comes up. It's just you kind of been demoted because I don't see interest in you. What? I don't see interest, and I'm not gonna play games with you, right? I'm not gonna lead you
Right.
on.
I'm just letting you know this is it right here.
So I just say no, thank you.
I don't per se say you in the friend zone. I just, me letting you know, let me clarify, because I don't want to confuse me, but let me clarify. If you say you're interested in me and I say, I just want to be friends, then you need to understand you've been friend zoned. I don't take it, like, I don't dislike you as a human. I just don't want to date you. Like Gloria said, not in the immediate or if foreseeable future. Do I see us being anything other than what we are right now? So, ooh, my wine clanking. Manu, her definition of the friend zone.
Um, I would say also similar. I don't think I let people. I think it's the same as what Mia was saying. If they show interest and say like not even flirting, you know when somebody's interested, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think then you'll clearly set the boundary and be like, no, yeah, we're just friends, I'm not really interested right now or whatever. I mean, you don't really have to explain or anything, but I mean, if you want to, and yeah, it's just people who are interested in you and you're not necessarily interested. I wouldn't say I would not um switch them over from the friend zone. I feel like I always start in the friend zone.
Mm,
That's where I always start off with, just to
mm,
see where we're at, and then if I feel like, oh, there's something here, then I'll move forward to the roster.
mm. I feel like for me, I have a separate distinction between friends and friend zone. Like some people, I had to let them know I don't see that ever being anything, so we can be just friends. I find myself having to make that statement because if you don't, they'll think we cool, we friends. So because there has been instances where somebody knows that I'm cool or talking to somebody else, and they be like, "Hey, I thought you said you wasn't interested in dating." No, what I said was I'm not interested in dating you. Don't worry about what I'm doing over here. Your friend zone duties are to worry about where you at. They don't live where you live. They live in that little area of, okay, I'm getting to know you. You're a friend, but they have a possibility of being more than friends and you don't. That's why I had to tell you, don't worry about what I told them. Worry about what I told you because that's what you need to listen to. We're somewhere else with it. You're over here in the friend zone. And don't try to compare. I think when people realize they've been friend zoned or they're interested in somebody, they try to put up in their head, okay, they start making these comparisons of who you have in your life and where they at and where they at. Well, are they at the same place I'm at? Are they in the don't worry, that's not your place. That is not what you worry about in the friend zone. In the friend zone, you worry about how to be a friend. You have all the time in the world because that's where you live now. That's your residency, as far as I'm concerned. First question: how do you decide who's going to be in the friend zone and who is going to be somebody you possibly can
Ooh,
have anything with?
that's a good question.
How do you decide? Like, what is it? What are some things that you see that you like automatically friend zone? And some people you might not figure out until later that they need to be put in the friend zone. Gloria, go ahead.
I was like, okay, look at you, looking at me. And I almost said it when you first asked the first question, so I'm glad I waited. Sometimes what they do or say on
Mm-hmm.
a consistent basis can make me say, you know what, I don't think I want that in a partner. Um,
Mm-hmm.
a big thing for me is if our beliefs don't match, um, and they're not willing to I don't want to say compromise, but be accepting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm spiritual and they're religious, I have no problem. But if they have a problem, like I've met someone who wanted us to be the same religion, and I said I don't agree with that. If we can't be together and I can have my own identity, spiritual identity, then that's not gonna work. I can be okay with you being one and I'm something different, but they couldn't. Friends,
Mm-hmm.
I'm your friend. I can always be your friend, but I can't be in a relationship with you
Mm-hmm.
if we clash on that important thing to me. So that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest things I feel like friend zones people immediately with me is how you carry yourself, what you do,
Mm-hmm.
disrespect, constant disrespect. Well, no, I'll take that back. Disrespect can't be my friend either.
Period.
No, that doesn't count. I'll stick with what I said earlier. If we can't compromise on those big kind of things like that, or even like I had somebody say that they wanted to be the only disciplinarian in the family. If we were married, only one of us will be able to discipline the children. That doesn't make sense to me. We're two
Mm-hmm.
parents, the same roles. You know what I mean? So again, I didn't agree, but that's me personally. What I want my relationship. I can be your friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Friend zone.
Manu.
I guess I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of Glow because um I think what you do, um I feel like career is important. I feel like drive is important, vision is important. Um so that'll be my first thing. Maturity in whatever form I feel like looking for that in. You know what I mean? Maturity is important. And also the children rearing thing. I mean, I think that's really important because I have children. So we kind of we have to see eye to eye on things like that. And whether you have children or not, don't have children, um, could kind of mold that. And I should have led with the faith based thing because, and I may be, I'm more on the side of we have to have the same faith base.
Mhm.
I just feel like I just want to have one foundation, and a lot of my morals and ethical standards come from my beliefs. So if we don't have the same belief system, more than likely we're not going to see eye to eye. We're not going to look to the same thing when things get tough and stuff like that. So that would definitely make me friend zone you.
I mean, for me, one of the things that, because there's some people who you meet immediately and then through like small conversations here and there, you be like, you know what, this is gonna be a friend zone. Like you would be a cool person to be around and somebody I can learn from, but it's not somebody I want to be with. Like Gloria said, the things you say, your consistency. Another one for me I wrote down is, because we were having a discussion the other day and I said, what I'm gonna start asking certain people who want to be in my life is, where do I fit in for the vision of that you have for your life? Where am I at in that? And I realized I need to ask myself that question, like, where do you fit in the vision of my life? Can you flow into my purpose with me without wanting to control me or step all over my purpose? Are you a distraction? You know, are you somebody that I can see that could be in my life for a reason, or is this a season? Because I'm sorry, some people you meet be like this will be good just what it is, because I don't see this going long term just because of what you talk about. What you talk about matters to me. The faith thing is we have to have the same faith. Like I can be, like Gloria said, I'm more of a spiritual than religious person, but like Manu, I'm like a cross between the two of them. A lot of the things I believe come from my faith. So if you are adamantly opposed to that, or you just don't want to see it my way, if we can't even be neutral on certain topics with that, there is no point in, like, I can't be with somebody who I see as one dimensional. That'll get you friend zone. Like you don't have no compromise. You don't want to have no understanding. You don't want to learn from me. You just want to come in and have any type of relationship, friendship wise or relationship wise, where you want to be no, you want to be the boss and in control. Not yet, sir. Submission is earned. And I don't even know you yet. Don't come in telling me what I'm going to do. Friend zone. Matter of fact, that might even been friend zone. You about to just be out of there. So what the two ladies were saying, plus I have to really think, where would you fit in my life? Can Not saying that I don't want somebody to come in, you can disrupt my whole life. You can have me seeing things a different way. But if I feel like you taking me from my purpose, you can't be friend zoned or nothing. I, what can you add to my life? Because I know as who I am as a person, I'm gonna add to your life. What can you add to my life? You can probably only, if you can only add friend level things, guess where you finna be at? Guess where you finna be at? Because just because you come into my life, that don't mean, like me and Gloria was saying earlier, you might not have husband written on you to me. You might just have friend, confidant. So with friends, the friend zone, do you have a distinction between friend zone and friends with benefits? Are the people in the friend zone friends with benefits, or are there two separate categories in your opinion? Glow. You're muted.
Well, that would help, wouldn't it? Two different. They are two different entities. Because I just mentioned that my friend zone is folks who I don't see a future with. My friends with benefits probably don't see a future with that either if you think about it, because you're getting benefits before you get the actual relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But no, those are two different pools.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Manu, what do you think about that?
Um,
Let me sit by you.
I don't do friends with benefits, but I feel like I would say the same thing as Glow. It's two different things. I mean, even down to like with benefits, the end of it is already different. You're getting
Mhm.
more than what the people in the friend zone is not getting. So
Yeah, I agree with Manuel. Like if you're in the friend zone with me, do not think that there's gonna be anything but that. Friends with benefits, that's an added on. That's an also. That's a but. There's a comma. Friend zone, there's a period at the end of that sentence. There's nothing. There's nothing. I've been friends with benefits. Um, I'm trying to think if there was a time where friends with benefits turned into something serious. No, because my friends with benefits has always started as a relationship, then it moved to friends with benefits because we couldn't leave each other alone, so that don't count. That's a whole other. That's a whole other episode. Moving along. Okay. Now we talked about how you decide the friend zone. We're going to segue this into the idea of having a roster. Now, I say roster because it's just funny to me. You could say your starting lineup. You could say your dating pool. Issa on Insecure said her rotation. But I want to clear up some things right now. When people are dating more than one person, and if you hear somebody say they got a roster or they got a lot of people they talking to, I want everybody on planet Earth to stop assuming that just because you have a roster or you're dating multiple people, that means you're having sex with multiple people. You can have sex with one. You can have sex with none. That does not mean sexual activity is happening with all these people because you're talking to all these people. So let's stop there. I'm gonna read you a quote since we're all ladies here. And the lady said, "Why stress over one penis when there's endless opportunities out here?" And I don't want everybody to think over like just with the sexual aspect because I said penis, but I understand the need for some people to have a roster because why put all your eggs in one basket when there are multiple people you can be talking to at once? Because I think a lot of women feel like I've spent my time getting to know this person, trying to figure out if he's the one, and I wasted all this time because I was so focused on you. I feel like when the attention is separated and divided, you have to pay attention to more than, oh, he dressed nice. Okay, he dressed nice too. What else is there? He do this. What else is there? Okay, baby, because he do this. Y'all both do that. What is the distinction between all of these people you're talking to? I will say that it's not for everyone. And one of the other quotes I found, it says, when dating, as far as women is concerned, you got to ask yourself. I don't know what y'all know about basketball, but follow me if you know. Just know the sports. Are you somebody's MVP or are you the sixth man? Because only five people can be on the court at a time. So are you the star player or are you the towel boy? Like, where are you in somebody else's dating pool? Because it's, I don't, what's the word? Facetious. Big words. For of you to believe is that if you haven't had a conversation with somebody, that you're the only person they're talking to. I don't care. Hold on, let me talk to the ladies real quick. Let me pull you in close. I don't care if y'all talk every day, all day. I don't care if you talk when he gets up or when you go to bed. If they talking to somebody else, baby, they will find time. He called me at 6 a.m. Okay, but he called birthday at 5:45 for her good morning first. Okay? Good morning, beautiful. He could have copy and pasted good morning, beautiful 19 times. But it's always this stereotype or this standard that women have to be that we cannot date more than one person at a time. We can't do that. Somebody told me the other day it was mannish. What's mannish about me not just worrying about you? You're not just worrying about me. You're not my man. Like what they say, you're not my mom. You're not my man. So far be it from me to have options But it's also the way you do it. Do everybody know that they're an option? Is where I be having the issue. Do everybody know that they're an option? Do you think he's somebody or not? So Gloria, how do you feel about the whole dating rotation? We're gonna call it that because roster seemed to have triggered a few people.
Oh yeah, roster is definitely a trigger word. I tell you, because like you say, a lot of people do assume that everyone on the roster is treated the same, and that's not the case. Um, so the rotation, I like that even better. It's even fun. Um, I agree with what you said. It definitely you have to know if that's what you can do or not, because I learned as an adult that dating means different things to different people, right?
Yes.
So when someone says I'm dating, are you single? Oh, I'm dating. Are you dating one person or dating multiple? Because my idea of dating is going on dates. That doesn't mean I have a boyfriend. I'm going on dates
Right.
with him, and him. Whoever asks. But the rotation thing kind of feels more like like you say, options. I'm keeping my options open. No one has chose me. I have chose no one. So I am free to do what I want. When you keep sex out of it, that makes your head clearer, right? You can literally see what they bring to the table, what they're offering. And if you're exclusive, then have at it. I laughed when you said, do they know they're an option? I kind of feel like some of them don't even know that they're on a roster. I mean, because to be honest, we could be on a roster right now and not know it. Just saying. I mean, there are several people I talk to, friend level, super friend level, but what do say? I want to be more than friends. Okay, super friends it is. But the idea is we could really be on someone else's rotation and have no idea, right? And so I feel the same way about someone else. I don't feel like I need to tell you, hey, by the way, I'm talking to 3 other guys. First of all, you didn't ask me. Second of all, it's not your business. Handle you.
Period.
If you want me to yourself, then you make that known. You make those moves. You do the thing you need to do to make me that way. But to me, it's a way of, almost like speed dating, right? Like you get a chance to sample multiple things without, saying yes to one. I like what you said earlier too about not focusing on one. Because I know me, I've done it. I can't say it's a woman thing, but for me personally, I've met someone, I liked them a lot, and everything they did, I start thinking that would be cool in the future. Ooh, that would be good for us in the future. I can see us together.
You forgot about the other eggs in the basket.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be real vulnerable in a minute, but I want to hear Mano's point on this because I got a story to tell.
I feel like it's such a double standard that men can have a rotation and women can't, and I feel like it's a way of control. I don't know if it's to control the narrative, control what is being put out from the other side. Sometimes men can't handle what's put out to them, but they can definitely dish it.
Yes.
But I feel the same way. I feel like I would let them know that they're not the only one. I feel like I'd want to know. I don't know. I feel like I want to know if I'm not the only one you're dating or you're around with or whatever. But it's also none of my business. It's not something for me to get upset about. It's not something for me to question you. Where you at? Who are you with? What are you guys doing? I would not do that. But I just want to know. Like, just let me know. And I would want him to know. And the same thing that Glow is saying. If you want me to yourself, make that move.
Period.
Say it. Do it. Like, and don't try to get the benefit of it before you actually say the word, because that's
Period.
Not
so.
Oh, Mia, I got a question to follow up on that one before you
go ahead.
If you knew that you were on this roster, rotation, would you act differently? Or would you feel some kind of way the other way around if you told them you're not the only one and now they pull back on how they approach you? I'm not going to do that much work if I know someone else is doing some work.
That was going to be part of my story time. I was going to give you a quick story time. So, um, there's somebody that I was talking to. They wasn't in the friend zone, but they're not my man either. And we both had the agreement where I was like, what you do when you're not with me ain't none of my business. I don't ask questions. And I said, don't ask questions. You don't want me to ask you. What you do when you're not with me is none of my business. But when knowing you're in the rotation and them knowing or not knowing they're in the rotation is different when it is put in your face that you are in the rotation. And you realize it ain't my you when it hit you like, ooh, I thought I was okay with this. I don't like this. Now you angry. And I'm talking about myself. I don't know if this applies to anybody. You angry, you upset because you like, then you have a whole mental thing and emotional breakdown that you go through. How could you do what you've been doing, but I've been doing what I'm doing? We ain't talking about me right now. But you're upset. So I really had to get my whole self together. Like, ma'am, you doing what you doing. They doing what they doing. What are you really mad at? You said you were okay with this. You said it. You told this person that. You said it first. And then I got to be like, you know what? I'm tripping. It's more to that, but that ain't none of y'all business. But if you're saying you okay with it, you got to make sure that you're actually okay with it. Because it's really selfish. It was a really selfish thought on my part to be like, how dare you have other people you talking to? I got a whole list over here I'm talking to. This ladies, you want to be the only egg in somebody else's basket, but your basket is overflowing. That's not right.
But like you said, you didn't see it, so
Right.
you
Out of
didn't
sight, out of mind.
feel no kind of way until you saw it, or you
See it till you realize.
yeah.
And you may be the MVP of that team. And the other person or the other people may be the under you. But seeing it is different. Seeing is believing. But like Gloria said, that ain't none of my business. I made it my business because I'm focusing now on just one person more than the other people. When the reason the other people are there is to split your focus. It's to split like I'm supposed to be paying attention to what everybody offers. That's the point of it. That's what I said. It ain't for everybody. So officially for me, I don't have a roster no more. Everybody fired. And not because they necessarily did anything wrong. It's because I'd rather focus on other stuff right now. Everybody is my friend. They ain't in the friend zone though. They're just not in my rotation. I have a rotation, but they're not in the friend zone. Glow. Did that answer your question?
I don't know what my question was. No, it didn't answer my question because we talked about do you treat them, do you behave differently, or would you feel some kind of way if the other person behaved differently knowing that there were other people? Like it's about knowing those. If you knew there was a roster, would you behave differently? Because now you know someone else is vying for their time, and vice versa. Would you feel some kind of way if you realize the person who was giving you attention now pulls some back because they know they're not the only one on the rotation?
Ooh.
So this is crazy because now that I know, like I was told, I was told. I felt it's different when you see it, right? I didn't pull back, but I did. But now I didn't really go nowhere. Y'all know all the details of what I'm talking about. That ain't none of y'all business. They my friends. They know. I pulled back for a second because I realized I wasn't handling it, or I didn't handle it like I thought I would. Because now it's always been happening, but now it's real. Like I know. So I did pull back a little bit. The person in question, I don't know if they know that I had a whole rotation because we had the agreement that what I do when I'm not with you is none of my business. So they didn't ask questions that they didn't want the answer to. So I feel like he know, but it's not he not because he feel like his position is a certain place, and now that I got myself kind of dealing with it better, I feel like my position is a certain place.
But I think
Other people that were in rotation, I just feel like sometimes I feel like they need to be reminded that you're an option because they got too big in their britches and forgot. I always say this, y'all hear me say this all the time. When you're dating somebody or talking to somebody and y'all just talking, y'all not nothing, y'all gotta realize that you're not the only person that likes them. You're not. If you think I'm delightful, it's 7 billion people on this planet. You think you're the only person think I'm delightful? You think you're the only person who like all this melanin, this chocolatey, almondy stuff? You think you're the only person who like that? Do you really believe that? So I think when people think they get close to you, they think they've earned or solidified a spot in your life permanently. No, baby, where's the ring? Where the, ain't no ring. You can go at any time. You can you can go at any time. Where ain't no rings on these fingers? Do y'all see one? Gloria, do you see one? Do
No, no,
you,
no.
Lana, you don't see one? Okay, you can go at any time, sir. Hence why the whole roster gone. You thought y'all play too much.
Manu thought she had something to say. What she's gonna say?
I was gonna say what I would my point was, but I was actually gonna ask Samia. So you said he didn't feel any type of way, but you think he feels like he knows. But I think what Glow was saying is if he acted some type of way, if he had some type of pullback, what how would that make you feel some type of way?
Yes, yes, it would, because you doing what you're doing. Why is the problem when I do it?
That was
Because,
that.
like what Gloria said, if you want, if you can't have, you can't. How do I want to say this? You can't want the benefits of being with me, but don't want the responsibility of having me. Because there's certain things that we've talked about that I said I want out of life. So you know what it takes. You know what you're going to need to do for me to stop talking to whoever I'm talking to. And when I say talking, I mean talking people. It ain't code word for sucking, slobbing, fucking, none of that. I mean talking, entertaining, going on dates with.
Being
Look, yeah, let's be clear.
Let's be clear, crystal.
Make
Or
it plain.
crystal clear. Okay? That's not what I mean. F1 clarity. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Um, but if you're not trying to wife me, then what I do when I'm not with you is not none of your business. As an adult, I don't like when people ask me what I'm doing or what I'm about to do. I don't like that as an adult. But people I'm not in a relationship. Where you finna go? Out. How are you gonna be back? I don't know. How long you gonna be gone? For as long as I'm gone. Where you gonna be? I'm gonna be where I'm at. Like, who are you to me where you need that information? Why is that useful for you? If we just dating, hell, if you my boyfriend, do you want to go? All right, where you gonna go? I'm about to go run, come to some business real quick. Oh, you don't like that vagueness? You don't like not having all the information? Sorry, what Gloria said, it's above your pay grade. It's above your pay grade. That's need to be upgraded to boyfriend or fiance status to have answers to said questions. But don't think that, no, no. Next question I'm going to move on to real quick um, is we lost Mono, but she'll be back. Glow, I know the answer to this to Mono, so it's fun too. Have you ever been friend zoned?
Yeah, actually, And it's so funny because this one person in particular has been all of the things we talked about tonight. They
Mm.
have been my friend. We have both been in each other's friend zones. We were also friends with benefits, and we actually dated. So this person, we ran the whole freaking gamut. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The friend zone actually stung a little bit because I was surprised. I was like, "You friend zoning me?" Of all the things I have done, and now I can only say I know I've been friend zoned once. Now I've been
Mhm.
friend zoned before, didn't know it. Sure, maybe I don't know, but I didn't know I was there. Okay, somebody puts you on hold, not even know it. Like I'm listening to some
Child,
other.
like I didn't even hear you put me on hold.
You know what I mean? I didn't even know I was on hold. Wait a minute, put me on layaway, and I didn't even know it. You know, but so only one time for sure I know about being in the friend zone. And it's funny because it felt like a tick for tack thing almost.
Mm.
But and I say that, but I mean in reality, we liked each other at different times in our lives.
Mm.
When I liked them, they were not feeling me, and then somehow it flipped. They were feeling me, and I'm like, I ain't feeling you. So eventually we met up, but we both friend zoned each other at different times.
So I've been friend zoned, and much like Gloria, it's like you friend zoning me, but
Hmm.
not me. Like I mean, I will say I've only been friend zoned one time. I think to my like knowledge, like friend zone to my knowledge. Um. So yeah, and that was interesting to me because I'm like, this ain't never happened. Like when it's never happened, this ain't never happened to me. So you be like me.
Say I'm the friend zoner, not the friend zone.
Period. Because I got a friend zone graveyard. So I'm just like, you, okay. Mhm. Um, as women, I'm not even going to ask, have we ever friend zoned somebody? Because the answer for everybody is yes. The question, Manu, is have you ever been friend zoned to your knowledge? I like that, Glow, to your knowledge.
To my knowledge,
Because I got a friend who said they don't even know what the friend zone look like.
no, I have not been friend zoned.
So just so we're clear, the friend zone comes to you when you tell them, "Hey, I like you," and they go, "Oh, I like you. This is a friend." It's like we would say to them, and I mean that kind of sting a little bit all the way around. You don't think about it, right? You push that reject button real quick. But what happened to you? Woo,
So that's maybe why. That makes more sense because I've never been forward like that.
that makes sense.
I am. I'm
Me
quite bold. I'm bold.
I mean, maybe like there's sometimes you go right after it, but sometimes like when you flirting with someone enough or you guys seem to vibe really well, and I'm like, okay, what are we doing? What's next? And like, oh, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Another question for Gloria. Would be for Gloria for me because Mono ain't ever been friend zoned. Are you still friends with the people or person who has friend zoned you?
You already know this, but yes. Again, one person to my knowledge has friends on me, and that person we are still friends. We are friends now. I'm no longer in a friend zone. we are legit. We're friends. Real friends now.
I'm not answering that.
What was your question?
Thank you, Manu. Your question reverse to me.
Wait, so you guys differentiate between friend zone and friends?
Oh, that's where I'm going next. That's why I was looking at my notes. That's because
Okay.
I'm not answering that last question.
Real slick.
So,
Okay.
when I was talking about earlier, what?
You know what? Like,
Where's my water hat? Where's mine? That looks so good.
I'm gonna answer. Hold on. Next question is, what's the difference between the friends that you have and the people who are in the friend zone? And why aren't they in the friend zone? What do you call that little gray area that you have?
All right. So you we consider my friends, okay? I will not put you in a friend zone because you'll never approach me in such a manner that you want to be with me.
I
So
mean, the males.
listen, I'm getting there. Follow my logic.
That in the foundation, okay?
Thank you. How you build a house from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you are my friends. And so friends are people I confide in, I talk to, we can hang out. Legit friends. People we can count on, depend on. A friend zone person to me is actually kind of feeling less like a friend now. And the more I think about it. They are someone that you rejected for a romantic relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are giving them the option to be your friend, but I've noticed most of them don't become real friends. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Someone you would talk to, confide in, someone that you can say, hey, this is my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a nice way of saying no thanks, but instead of saying no, I don't want none at all, you can be my friend. Right?
A consolation prize, if you will.
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
And I feel bad now I'm saying it, but it's the truth. I can only count on one hand the friends in my friend zone who are real friends. Most of them are not true friends I can count on and who call on me for something. Most of them don't even reply back to me now I think about it. What's your friend zone? It really feels like you're banished. Even though I don't put you that far, you really can be right here. I'm friends. I'm cool with everybody. I'm just letting you know you can't go further than this. I don't see a relationship with you. But my friends, however, they may one day become a relationship for me. They haven't done anything or shown anything that will make me feel that they're not relationship ready. They may have never even approached me with the relationship stuff. I've got a few male friends who have never talked to me like they want to be with me. They legit are platonic friends. There was no reason for us to be romantic, so they wouldn't be friend zoned because they never tried it. If that makes sense.
So now we'll answer the other question that I asked Flo. I am still friends or cordial friends, whatever, with the person who put me in the friend zone. But I have, for the most part, respected the fact that they don't see me like that. We just cool. We just friends. And I feel like Gloria made this point that once you put a man in the friend zone, they just be like done with you. You know what I'm saying? They're more or less done with you. And I think some men are more likely to dip into their friend zone and pull a girl out. I'm not going to do that. And if you put me in the friend zone, this is for anybody who ever put me in the friend zone intentionally and unintentionally. I'm staying in there. I don't want to come out. You put me over there, that's where I'm staying. You ain't got to come get me. You ain't got to worry about me coming, trying to get out. That's where you wanted me to be. That's where I'm at because I'm not nobody's second choice, point blank, period. And that's why Mary had a little lamb. I'm over here where the friendships reside in the friend zone. That's where I'm staying. So if you put me over there, now we could be friends, whatever. But once you put me in the friend zone, I'm staying there. I don't want to come out of here. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's other people out here who don't have me in their friend zone. I mean, I might be the number one draft pick on somebody else. So why would I purposely? No, I'm not. No. Gloria's distinction for me is I can confide in you. I have friends of the opposite sex who we ain't never been attracted to each other. Some of us may have been attracted to each other, but we ain't took it there. We ain't if it go there, go there, but we ain't took it there that I can confide in and talk to. They're not in the friend zone because we haven't crossed the line or a point where we have to reject one another. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. We haven't gotten to a point where, I like you. We just conversations just flow. We just talk. It hasn't been, you know what? I don't like you like that. What I'm saying? But we cool though. I ain't had that. And I feel like once I got put in the friend zone, like Laura was saying about the backing up off, they backed up off of me. I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, it don't make no sense to me. You put me in the friend zone, you backed up off of me. So that made me feel like certain men use the friend zone as the, well, if it don't work out with what I really was trying to do and want to do, no, leave me here.
Better
I'm gonna
yet,
be leave me here.
I won't be here when you come back. I won't be here.
Somebody.
But Manu had something.
Mm-hmm.
What I was gonna say is, I actually talked to somebody. I was talking with a friend from male perspective, about this subject, and it made sense what he said. Most of the time, they'll leave after you put them in the friend zone because it's a shot at their manhood, I guess. It's a shot at them because usually, I guess for men, when they friend zone, they base it off of something. So whatever, and men are more visual, so they'll base it off of that. So if you put them in the friend zone, they're basing it off of what they do. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like, remember what you were saying before, Samia, about like, oh, if you're in my rotation, don't worry about everybody else in the rotation.
Right.
They are. And it's just kind of like, oh, so I'm not top tier to you. I don't look good to you. I don't. So it's kind of like a shot at their ego. You know, the male ego is very sensitive and tender.
Like chicken tender.
But yeah, so he was saying that, so it makes sense. I feel like it does make sense why they leave. Me personally, I feel like it's so hard to have guy friends, because technically, okay, I'll ask you guys this question. I'm sorry if this is not on the thing, but
fine.
if somebody is a friend and they don't, and dang, never mind, scratch that, sorry.
I got a question. Do you find it that once you put men in the friend zone, that they're not accepting that they're in the friend zone, that they think just if they're in the friend zone and you want to be friends and there's a possibility, there's still a chance, there's still a chance, there's still a chance, there's still a chance, instead of accepting the spot that you have. Like that's where you are in my life.
They're always trying to prove something.
Yeah, like, or like you said, they're watching.
Wrong decision.
I'm gonna sit in the friend zone until you realize I'm who you're supposed to be with. No, baby, that's if you were a possibility, I would treat you like a possibility. For me, the friend zone, these are the not possibles. This ain't spades, huh? There ain't no book over here for you. This ain't no. For me, friend zone is a no. If you've made it to the friend zone where I had to tell you, where I've had to tell you, all I ever want to be is your friend. Key point. I've told you, because a lot of men just think they in the friend zone because I don't like you. No, baby, I just don't like you. I don't even want to be your friend. She friend zone me. No, baby, she don't like you. She never said I just wanted to be friends. She said I'm not interested. See, we have to say I'm not interested. We can be just friends. It has to be a comma in that sentence, boo. Now I'm not interested, period. I'm not interested, but, or comma. We can be friends though. Those are two separate things as well. And I think people, men and women, don't understand. Did that person say we can be just friends? If they hit you with I'm not interested, but you cool though, they didn't say they wanted to be your friend, baby. That was a nice way of rejecting you or not saying they're not interested in you without hurting your feelings. And as far as the ego goes, it works both ways. Women have egos too. You know what I'm saying? Alpha females have egos. Um, Women who consider themselves boss chicks have egos because they get rejected or put in the friend zone and be like, you. There have been instances where I've been. We're not even gonna go there. I'm gonna sip wine on that.
I wonder if men view women's friend zone the way they view their own, or the way they,
Mm,
right? Like you guys
mm,
said earlier, if they feel like the friend zone is a chance for them to dip back in later,
hmm
is that what they assume ours is like?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Most of the men I know um have that view that if they're in the friends, if they put you in the friend zone, that's a, I'm gonna save it like takeout, not takeout, like leftovers. You know what I'm saying? I really want this, but I'm hungry.
Or no, I think even layaway might be another
I,
thing to say, because you put it away. I want it, but I don't want it right now. But I don't want nobody else to have it either. So I'm putting
that's
on
that. That's that.
payments on it.
Ooh.
That's that. I could eat. That's that. I can eat pussy. And by that I mean I'm not hungry or I want a particular thing, but because I need nourishment or because I need this and the third, I'll talk to her.
I can eat.
I could eat. I'm not hungry, but I could eat. Type of shit that people be on. Like um, I that's not what I want. I want steak, real actual prime rib, but it's some steakums in the freezer.
Ah,
They both beef. It's the caliber and the quality though. One's shredded beef, one's aged porterhouse or ribeye with the perfect marbling. One's wagyu steak. Hallelujah. hmm One steakums you get from Save a Lot. So uh, I feel like for the men that I know, for the most part, except for a slim few, maybe three of them. Let me count.
no, don't count. Don't give no heads up.
Three of them. Three of them that I know. When a woman is in their friend zone, she's just a friend. But for the majority of them, because I have a lot of people friends in the opposite sex, y'all, I'm sorry. Um, to them, it's just like maybe later. That's what their friend zone is. Maybe later. Whereas for women, most of the time, the friend zone is the friend zone. Like now, there are women who take advantage of the friend zone. And I wanted to talk about that too. And when people take advantage of the friend zone, like men and women do it too. We're in the friend zone, but I know and you know that I like you, or you like me, vice versa. So it's certain things that I'm gonna ask you to do, not me, people in general, will ask you to do or try to get you to do or have you to do because they know you're trying to get out of the friend zone. Meanwhile, you're never getting out of there. Have y'all seen the movie 1408 when he kept thinking he was out the room and he wasn't out the room? And the song kept playing, It's Only Just Begun. And the clock kept reversing back to midnight or 11:59 because he kept thinking. They make you think you're coming out of there and you're not. So don't fall in that trap. Like, if somebody's in the friend zone, hey, you want me to do this, that, and the third? I thought that if they asking you to do too much while you're in the friend zone, well, Gloria said, hit them with the, that's above my pay grade. I'm in the friend zone, remember? Because you know what? I think about it. I was friend zoned twice because I just thought of something to go with this. Somebody asked me something, asked me to do something for them. And I was like, that's not, I said, that's not in my job description. And they said, why? I said, because we just friends, remember? You want us to be just friends. That's not in my job description. Well, if you friends, you supposed to, I said, no, 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 no. That's girlfriend and wife stuff that you want done. I'm just your friend, remember? I'm just your home girl. I'm just your homie. If you want that, you need to ask your girl, your wife, or your fiance, not me. Cause I'm just your friend, remember? Remember? You said that. I'm just your friend, boo. I mean, I do a lot for my friends, but we ain't even them type of friends. So the fact that you even called me and asked me for the said favor, I was flabbergasted. Because you think you're gonna feed me some things and tell me some things and try to butter me up to make me think, no, baby, once you put me in the friend zone, I wanna stay there. Can't catch me. Run as fast as you can. I'm the gingerbread man. I'm staying. I'm gonna stay here. That's where you wanted me. Because if you recognize how good of a person I was, according to you, before you put me over there, you think you about to get the benefits of me being your friend, but you don't want friend benefits. You want girlfriend benefits. Then you should have made me your girl. But you didn't. So you getting these friend. Huh? You getting these everything goes under the friend title. And not even close friend. We acquaintances. That's really what the friend zone is. You're an acquaintance. You're an acquaintance. Because chances are, like Gloria said, you could say something to me that I don't even want you to be my friend for. Like, I'm not. I'm getting too old. I'm almost 35. I don't want to. I don't have time. I've reached a point in life where I say no without an explanation. Why not? Because I don't want to. And I don't have to explain myself to you. Glow, how do you feel about the people putting you in the friend zone or having people in the friend zone and then try to change the false hope of the friend zone? That's what I want, the false hopes.
False hope of the friend zone. Um, so I definitely have had friends in the friend zone who, like I said, could take advantage of. I could take advantage of. I did not because I'm not the kind of person, but I saw it, right? I
Mm-hmm.
knew there's a few in particular. They were like over the top, ready to go, right? Spoil
Mm-hmm.
you, do things for you, but I didn't feel the same way, and that's why I had friends on you because I don't feel the same. I didn't agree with what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but because I continue having conversations with them, continue being their friend or trying to be their friend, they try again. So,
Mm.
not again. We already said we weren't doing this, you know? So there's a
That's
false,
trying to escape.
yeah, yeah, whack-a-mole, I'm kidding. No violence.
You woke up and chose violence today.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to close the door back real quick. You got quicker than that. You almost got out. No, and it that conversation I don't like having. I don't like having a conversation where I'm saying, listen, I don't want to date you. Not now, not ever. And it's not that they're a bad person, you're just not the right person for me. Right? Because I mean, you're not an evil person, you would have been in jail or worse if you were a bad person. It's just that what we got going on don't collide, don't mix, don't work out.
Mm.
Um, there's been a time, like I said, the person who friend zoned me kind of came back and was like, "Yo,
Trap.
I what I said, but let's try dating." You put me here. I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
good. I'm gonna sit right here.
You know what I mean? I don't think I learned my lesson yet. I'm gonna stay in timeout a little longer. Stay right here. I'm gonna stay over here. I like it over here. It's warm.
I
Um,
built a fort and everything, so I want to stay right here.
no, you can't come in. So I see it all the time. Where those folks keep trying to break that barrier. And like I say, maybe they believe that the friend zone works the same way as they would work their own.
Mm-hmm.
Where at least they're still your friend, right? They go, I'm
Mm.
not so far from you that I can't try again. Um,
Mm.
and that's my concern. It's like if I already said no, I don't know how else to say it to get you not to try again.
Mm-hmm. Manu.
When it comes to this subject, I just feel like regularly with just friends, my regular friends or just people I interact with, I would never
Gross.
take.
Okay.
Am I there?
Yep. Got it.
I would never take advantage of them. So I don't think I would do it either for the people I put in the friend zone and be opportunistic. Opportunistic. Um, but I also
Try to
feel
keep.
like it makes a weird situation, right? Because then they could come back and
Mm.
be like, "Wait, but you don't want more from me, but you took more from me." So
Right. Right.
have to have
Right.
that weird conversation, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I didn't. I still don't want more from you, but you just, I asked and you gave it to me. It's weird altogether. I don't want anybody to
Mm-hmm.
feel like you got me, you have control of me now because I said yes to this whatever.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So
yeah, now I have to give you a chance because this,
that's
that, and the third, and I don't want to do that. So that
yeah.
made me think of one point. This is why I said, if you put me in the friend zone, leave me there. Because I don't know who I heard it from. I don't know if it was Manu or Glow, but I don't want you Like listen, I ain't learned my lesson. I'm gonna stay in time out. I don't want you to settle for me. If you think there's something bigger or greater or better than me, go have that. But if I'm in your friend zone, that chances are you think something is better for me. I don't want to be your second choice, third choice. If that's your first choice, leave me alone. I don't want you to settle for me like, oh, that ain't work, that ain't work. This is what I was saying earlier. This didn't work. Maybe. No, don't maybe. Friend zone for me is not a maybe. So we may not have the same definitions of what a friend zone is, but for me, it's not maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have fun over here in your friend zone. Because okay, we just friends now. You don't like me like that. Cool. I move on to the next. Worry about me, worry about whoever, whatever. But don't try to come get me out of here. You didn't want me, remember? And you remember that. Because it's people who have rejected me and then try to put me in the friend zone when I hit them with the I don't even want to be in your friend zone. That's why I say I've only been friend zone twice because the couple of I let you put me in the friend zone. I ain't, I don't even want to be in your friend zone. You don't want me, leave me alone altogether because um I think what people don't realize is when somebody friend zones you, you have to be able to handle being in a friend zone. You got to be there without worrying about, I'm gonna do so much stuff for them, and then they finally gonna want me, or I'm just patiently waiting. I'm not doing anything but sitting in your friend zone, and I'm just like this. I'm waiting for my chance. No, you're not gonna get a chance. You're in the friend zone, so don't settle for me. First of all, if you don't like me like that, don't settle for me. Second of all, don't be in somebody's friend zone thinking of ways to get out. If they want you out, they will let you know. But chances are they don't want you for real because they put you in there. I don't want anybody to put anybody in the friend zone if you feel like you can talk to them later. Don't use them like Gloria said, like layaway. Don't use your friend zone as a storage facility. Hmm? It's not a storage facility. This ain't Tupperware. This ain't aluminum foil. Yeah, aluminum foil. This ain't aluminum foil. This ain't saran wrap. This ain't
Oh,
Glad. This ain't a storage shelf. You understand? That friend zone is supposed to be what it is for the. You are zoned and designated to this area in my life as a friend only.
I have a
But if you
question.
cannot handle being in the friend zone, don't say I accept being in the friend zone.
all right,
My,
I have
you had
a
your hand
question,
up.
guys, though. So
Yep.
I remembered my question from earlier. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Are you
Um,
fine?
so my question is, if you put, so you're saying if they go into the friend zone, they're there, period, they can't come back out, right?
For me,
So
yes.
So I have a question about that though, because when going back to what we talked about, what will get somebody in the friend zone. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say the all of us feel like, well, not all of us, but like the believer thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be a believer, and then later down the line, you become saved,
Mm-hmm.
or whenever you decide to give your life to the Lord, will that qualify that person to go into come out of the friend zone because they disproved whatever you put them in there for?
all right. So, Manu, to answer your question, it's possible for someone to do that. It wouldn't be me, but no, I'm kidding. Honestly, it takes a lot to go to the friend zone for me. So it
Mm-hmm.
had to be multiple things that got you there because I think I'm pretty understanding, pretty forgiving and knowledgeable and all the good stuff. So I don't feel like one thing will send you there. Um
Mm-hmm.
so it has to be more than that to get you back out. But I do see your point, and I've never thought about it that way, to be honest with you, because most times I put people there because their personality traits, that's who they were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those things clash with who I am, and what they did and how they did it is what clashed with me. Those are things that to me they wouldn't compromise. It's who they are. right? Now the believer thing that could change, right? So that would be something compromised. So if I say that I'm this and you're that and you want me to be the same, but I said we can be different and you come along and said, you know what, we can be different, then that's something I could talk about. But that's not the only reason I would put them in there.
Hey, um, that's a good question. Like, I really got to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do real world application. So I'm more spiritual. I'm a cross between one person more religion, one more person more spiritual. I'm like a cross between the two because you can be saved, but what are you saved under? You feel what I'm saying? How do you? What is your relationship with God really like?
Me,
Because that matters too, huh?
my bad. I think that was her example. I think it doesn't matter what she said say, but her example was that. But what if whatever you put that person in the friend zone for, if they change that, will they come out the friend zone?
Probably not. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Probably not. For me, probably not. Because by the time that happened, I'm probably, I'm
On
probably because once I've made up my mind, it takes y'all know it takes me a long time to cut somebody off or to finally let them go all the way. It takes me a long time to get to that point. So if I've gotten to the point where that's happening, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be able to do it because it took me so long to get to that point in the first place. It takes me a long time to cut some folk off. Listen to me now, people watching. I said some folk. Don't come around me and try to get my life and think you're gonna. Some people get cut off before they get cut on.
think about it.
Certain people, it's hard for me to cut. In my life, it has been cut. But once I get to the point where I've decided that there's no chance, God is a miracle worker. You're gonna have to pray for Him to change my heart because I ain't changing it by myself. What? It's gonna be a no for me, dog. I'm sorry. I feel bad a little bit saying that. I'm glad and happy that you bring yourself to the Lord, and I'm glad that you know if somebody got saved for you or whatever reason they got saved, I'm glad that they did it. But that don't mean no.
So
So
Manu,
sorry. So
Manu,
sorry.
you
No,
do the
I
same?
can't. No.
Okay, so my take on it is I feel like I do cut off for not little stuff, but I will cut off for one thing. For the whole believer thing, I will cut you off for that. So that's why I asked the question, because if there's anything on, and I'm not gonna say list because it's not a long list, but there are core foundation things that I'm just like,
Mhm.
if you don't cross this, then we can't be. If you
Mhm.
could change it, like Lo said, there's characteristic traits, your character traits that you can't change. That's just who you are. I feel like
Mhm.
if you compromise that, you may resent me because you're
Mhm.
compromising it for me. And it's not even a
Mhm.
sure thing that if you change that up, that we're a for sure thing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because that's only
Right.
one part of the whole picture. You may fix that, and then we run into something else, and it'd be like, dang, I changed all of this for her, and she was ungrateful, and we're still not together. So I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, then it starts up that resentment. But if it's stuff like that, like being a believer or wanting children, I mean, I don't know where I exactly stand on that. You guys know how flip floppy I am on that, but
Mhm.
um stuff like that, if you were to say no, actually, you know what, I could see that, you know what, like I do, but I feel like that decision has to be on your own. That's why I think
Mhm.
it's such a weird question, because it's like, are you basing it off of me, or are
Mm-hmm.
you
Are you
basing
doing it for
it off
yourself?
of you? If I
Mhm.
was not in the picture, would you have made this genuine decision, right? So yeah.
And I was something I want to add on to that because you made a good point. It was like it could be just this one reason, this one thing is why I really cut you off, and it may be early, it may be a little bit later, and to get to know you. But that's one of the things that you find out. I feel like rather fast. Took you off of my list for that. Okay, you changed that. Now it's something else on my list of no's that you have that I didn't know because I just cut you off when I met that. And like Manu said, now you changed this for me, and it's something else I don't like. Oh, I don't. You bite your toenails off with your teeth. Like that's another thing that I'm not gonna be able to take. But you know what I'm saying? When you can be like, well, I changed this for you. I don't want you trying to be a whole nother person to be with me.
Yes.
You know, I don't want you like I don't want you to change and get lost in who you are. Speaking of lost, episode 2, Queensman Podcast, the Affirmation for Living Yourself. I don't want you to get lost in trying to be the person that you think I want or the person I think you want to be. Just be you. And if that's not working, then I'm not meant to be with you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Somebody likes that you. You know, it may be somebody out here who shares your belief or who don't have the same faith, or somebody may be atheist or agnostic or whatever with you if that's what you are. That's that it's not gonna go with me because I'm a woman of faith. But it may be another, you know, it may be somebody like that who they don't need you to change that about yourself, and that's a big thing. That's not as simple as make sure you don't pee on the seat because you're a boy. Put the seat up, put the seat down. You know what I'm saying? Take the trash up. That's simple things you can change. But when it comes to big things like your faith and how you do things and how you were raised and who wants to be a disciplinarian, and all that stuff, and then usually when women don't like somebody, men, I'm gonna tell you this right now. When we don't like you, it's more than one thing. It's usually more than one thing. Because certain things we'll hear and be like, okay, that's not so bad. But if you put this thing with this thing, and this thing, and this thing, we be like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to do it because it will be hard enough to me get over this one thing. Then you throw something else into it. I gotta get over. This ain't for me. This not for me, and that's okay. But don't, like Monica said, if you do, are you doing this for you or are you just trying to do this to get with me? Like it's a fine line between being yourself and compromising. If you're not doing anything detrimental or hazardous to my health and the health of others, the health of yourself, and it's just a personality trait that I don't like about you, I don't want you to not be yourself because I don't like it. Be you. I just don't want to be with you. That's it. It all comes down to being yourself, people. You can be yourself and be somebody's king, or you can be yourself and be somebody's friend zone. Being somebody's friend zone. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Stop treating it like it's a graveyard, but stop treating it like it's a stepping stone, because it's not either. It's the friend zone. That's what it is. It is the friend zone. It's the friend zone. It's the friend zone. All right, ladies. Ladies, we're going to wrap up. This is a very interesting conversation. This went some ways that I didn't even know where it was going to go, but I like that type of stuff sometimes. Because child, there's so many notes that I wrote down that don't have anything to do with my typed notes. This is written notes. But, but, some key points I want to go over real quick just to sum up how I feel about this. Don't be so scared of the friend zone. Don't use the friend zone as a stepping stone. Don't let somebody take advantage of you because you are in the friend zone. Do not put somebody in the friend zone with the hopes of that you're going to be with them or use them later for whatever. Because if you put them in there, and when you put somebody in the friend zone, be sure that's where you want to put them. Because you might run into a motherfucker like me who's going to stay over there once they get there. So just choose wisely. Okay. Far as the dating around, having a roster or a rotation or a certain amount of people you're dating, it's not synonymous with sleeping with everybody. So let's just stop there right now. There is a double standard. Like, men think women can't date around. If you're gonna date around and you're honest with everybody, make sure you can handle that. Make sure you can handle it for real. Cause seeing is believing, baby. Seeing is believing. You hear me? Make sure you can handle that. This is something that I do often, be real transparent in the fact that I say I can handle a lot of things without having ever experienced them. So instead of saying I might be able to handle this, I'm like, oh, I got it. I don't got it. Sometimes I don't got it. I don't even remotely got it. That's okay. You live and you learn. Don't do anything that you don't think you can handle. If you're not sure you can handle it, don't try to handle it. Don't even handle it. Don't even put a finger on it. Forget handling. Don't put a toenail on it. Don't. You understand me? Um, dating more. I said that dating more people is not for everybody. And more importantly, I feel like I'm saying this a lot more lately. Just be you. You are enough. If you're a happy, healthy, well-adjusted human being, let me throw that in there. You are enough as you are. Okay, that's it. Glow. Will your last word for today? For today.
I like what you said about don't being afraid of the friend zone because I mean, even just tonight we realized our definitions of friend zone may be different. Our friends versus actual friend zone can be different. So, and I wonder if we want to be, do we want to know the clear status? Am I your friend or am I in the friend zone? So I think
Mm,
being honest with yourself and with the people who are asking these questions, you'll go far. I rather had a conversation so there's no misunderstanding. You're not on layaway. I'm not holding you for later. Um,
mm-hmm.
I don't think anything's wrong with you. I just don't think you're right for me.
Right.
And as long as we're clear about that, we can go forward.
Mano.
I feel like you guys pretty much summed it up. The only thing that I would emphasize is the know you, be okay with who you are, and it's all right. Whatever it is,
You gonna be all right, little ting
you,
ting?
whatever. If somebody don't want you, and somebody else will want you. They may just not be your cup of tea. You're not their cup of tea. Whatever. So I love that point of just be you. That's just it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, beautiful, wonderful ladies. We is like all the shades of brown right now, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? You're going dark. All this melanin, because she got melanin too. Got all this melanin, different shades, you understand? 50 shades of melanin. But this has been another Queen's Realm podcast. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know when we coming. You know what I'm saying? Know when we coming through with the heat. This is free game, people. I'm just here to help you. You understand? And by helping you, it helps me. Don't you want to help? I'm just playing, but for real. I love y'all. Thank my special guest again. Again, I want to give a shout out to Full Mob. You feel me? I got my Africana studies on today. I will put the link to them in the bottom. My girl Glowetry, aka Glow, aka Best Friend, aka Be the Glow Jewelry. That's gonna be in the bottom. Manu, y'all don't need to be all up in Manu business. Cause y'all getting her DMs, you be disrespectful. So I'm not putting her social media on here. Y'all play too much.
I love you, Mia.
Listen, hey, we from the south side of the kingdom. We crip walking for Jesus. I'm just playing. Anyway, this has been another edition of Queen's Realm Podcast. And it may we gonna continue on this and this little thing we're going about who are you in these relationships because and we're gonna be going into some exciting, different types of relationships. So y'all stay tuned for that. Gonna be the relationship series. But again, I love y'all. Bye. Peace. Peace, hair grease, all that, all that, all that. We love you. We love you. Bye. We love you. Bye.